Hello everyone, my name is Lance090 and welcome to a video. It's a science video, but I don't think it's going to be a science hour because I don't think I can talk about this for 1 hour long. But this is about Pluto. There's this rumor going around that it's a planet again, but it's actually not true. um, there's just a few people in the IAU, who are the people who come up with the definition for planet, that are wanting to bring it up again. But for the most part, most of those people do not want it back classified as a planet. So first we should talk about what the current definition is. It's the object must be in orbit around the sun, which it is. It must be massive enough to be a sphere by its own gravitational force, which it is, or we think it is. I'm not entirely convinced myself, but we'll find out soon enough when New Horizons gets there. But for the most part, we're pretty sure it's a sphere. And it must have cleared the neighborhood around its orbit, which it has not done. There are a lot of other planets where Pluto orbits the Kuiper belt. So that's where it fails, and that's why it's not considered a planet at this point. But let's consider just for a moment, what if we took away that third requirement? That's what we'd have to do to make it a planet, right? This would mean that the dwarf planet Ceres would also be a planet. It's in the asteroid belt, but it's big enough to be around it and orbits the sun. So it would be a planet at that point. Also, we'd also have Eris, Make. All these other ones probably would be. We don't know for sure if they are shaped as a sphere or not yet, but they probably are. And Quayar, that's probably all around. So all these different little objects would also become planets at that point, because you can't just single out Pluto. There's not exactly any way to do that. So I know a lot of people, they think the reason that they just want Pluto back in the list is they like that anagram for memorizing the order of the planets, which I don't think is really necessary. They're pretty simple to remember. Their anagram is messed up, but the truth is, if we add Pluto back in, it's going to be even bigger anagram you're going to need to try to remember things. Anyway, so that's the official reasons why Pluto isn't a planet, but there's also some other reasons that aren't on the surface, but they're pretty important in my mind. So let's think about this. Well, first of all, the smallest real planet right now is Mercury. Now, if you didn't know, there are 2 moons that are bigger than Mercury itself. There are moons bigger than the smallest planet right now, which is Ganymede and Titan. Titan, of course, has a very thick atmosphere. It has lakes of liquid methane. If anything deserves to be a planet, it's going to be Titan, but it doesn't. It's a moon. So how many more bodies are there before Pluto comes up? This list is sorted by size, by the way. Well, there are 5 more moons between Mercury and Pluto. So there's 6, 7. There's 7 moons that are bigger than Pluto, plus a planet. It's very, very, very small. I don't think people understand how small it is. They just say, "Oh, it's the smallest planet. That's cute." No, it's extremely, extremely small. Smaller than our moon. Smaller than even smaller moons than our moon. It's very, very small. See, there's more things I wanted to go over here. Just trying to remember what they all are. There's also a potential for a bit of a slippery slope here. So, Pluto, here it is again. Don't even have a very good picture of it yet, huh? It orbits around a central point with its moon, Charon, which is probably down here somewhere. Oh, underestimating. Oh, I'm seeing. There it is. Sharon. They orbit around a shared point, so it's technically a binary system more than a planet-moon system. But it's still considered a satellite of Pluto. So if you were to make Pluto a planet again, it would technically be a binary planet. But since Charon is a satellite of Pluto, by forced definition, it would mean anything that is a satellite of another body can be a planet, which means everything. Everything in this list, all the way down to Mimas, pretty much, or Mimas. Here's Mimas, the smallest known rounded body. Everything above that, including it, would be a planet at that point. Again, that is this like a slippery slope theory, so that's not exactly a good argument, but it is a possibility. Technically, on paper, it would work out. You'd have to make some kind of exception for that. I think that covers it for the most part, though. I just kind of wanted to drive home the point of how small Pluto is, even though that isn't the main reason why it's not a planet. It's just, I don't think people understand just how small it is. Again, there are 7 moons that are bigger than Pluto. There are 2 moons bigger than Mercury. 1 moon has a freaking atmosphere and lakes and stuff. If anything's going to be a planet, it's going to be Titan. So yeah, that covers it. I hope you all enjoyed this video and have a good day.